Good morning, folks. We're out here on the build site. It's Sunday. It's my favorite day to come out and be on site. It's quiet. All the guys are actually mixed. Most of them are gone, with the exception of the two that we're allowed to keep on site. So it's a quiet day. I get to inspect my build with no noise, so it's nice, and I can also look at the progress. So let's do a quick weather check. It's a beautiful day out here in the Philippines. Really nice. You can see I don't know if you saw that, but this guy's flying his kite in the background way up there. But like I said, it's a nice day. The builds for the last couple of weeks, I don't want to jinx it, but we've had no rain, so looks like we're coming out of the rainy season. But the build has been awesome. That's just for the weather. So let's go over there and we can talk about roofs today, and head on over and give you guys a breakdown of the latest changes of what's going on. So let's head on over to the site. First thing, as you notice, you're walking down the street from my car to the build, as you can see, my neighbors, they've got that whole front area starting to level it out pretty good, which makes a big difference on just looking at the house. They're starting to clean the trash up, and I agree with you guys, about time. But things out here in the Philippines take a while, and I'm learning the hard way. You can see all the way down the side there what they've done. Got some good news on my house. Well, with these, the guys are coming out Monday to start the chipping for the ACs, and you can see the roof structure up on top is probably about 75% completed. They should have that finished up by the end of the week. The roof samples have been ordered. They're supposed to deliver Monday. Hopefully that's going to happen. And I want to give you guys an update on what's going on. Originally, I wanted a gray roof, and I was going to go with that long span metal, that 0.6 millimeters on it. And it's not going to happen, because, and I'll tell you why. I'll give you guys a breakdown. I got some things I want to share with you guys from my experiences here. This is what's called stone coat. This is the color we're going to go with here. They don't have the gray wasn't the price break that I wanted, but you can see the texture is really rough. It also makes it's supposed to make the wear of the roof a lot longer. As far as your painting goes, it's not supposed to require it until I guess you wear through the 0.6 metal roofing. You can see my neighbors across the street. That's his color in the background, that red. I'm going with that kind of a brownish color, for lack of a better terms on that. That's the color we decided to go with. Was going to go with a company, one of the larger companies here, and they put out nice roofing material. They really do. The stuff is really nice, but here was the catch on it. My builder did not want to use them, because they measure out here, at least this company, or companies like it. This is what I was told. The builders will actually measure, the job site for themselves. They know what the actual square meters of the roof are, and then they order accordingly. But a lot of places will require you to do business, and that's not just with roofs. That's like with counter space, everything else. But with the roofing companies, if they come out and measure your job site, which they will, and they order the roof, and for some reason, if that roof material comes up short, they have to pay for the delivery, and another delivery is required. Even after they measure it, they actually require the builder to pick up the cost of that extra delivery. And that's something that my contractor slash builder has actually had experience with that in the past, and those charges weren't cheap on the delivery, and didn't understand why that was. So he opted. The decision was mine, but the pass would be cost on the cost. Excuse me, the cost of the extra deliveries and stuff would be passed on to the build. So in essence, I'd be paying for it. So I said, nope, I'm not going to do that. So, and that's funny. A lot of places here are the same way. I don't understand. If they measure the roof side, I mean, they should pick up the cost of any of the additional materials needed. I understand that, but delivery charges and stuff like that shouldn't be passed on to me when they could have got it all done in one shot. And if they're delivering from a distance, those costs of the roofing materials can be quite expensive. So that's the reason we changed we found a company here that has a stone coat, and they're, like I said, the roof is a little more expensive, but it's to me anyway, for my preferences, I think it's a better roof to go on. So that's the choice we're going with on that, and they're going to deliver those samples Monday, and I'll be able to give you a better idea of how that's going to work. So let's head on over to the build over here. You can see the progress I've made on my wall on this side here. Let me get through this. Excuse me while I walk through all the. It's pretty tough here because we're really restricted on where we can put all of our materials and stuff at. So you can see the fence line here. I was able to keep the trees on. I wanted to keep the trees. I know that a lot of people say they're a mess and you're going to break your wall up, but I like to keep this place looking as tropical as I possibly can. And out here in the Philippines, mahogany is almost like it's actually protected. You have to have permission from the local barangay captain, the actual developer on site. I had to send his groundkeeper over. He came out and looked at the stuff that was there. Now the one in the back there is one next to the wall was the one we had in question, and I'm not sure if that's mahogany. I think that might be, but you can see where they chopped the roots off on it, so I'm gonna have to stay on top of that, even though it's not on my property, because if it's damaging my wall. And then you can see over here, take a quick shot of the backside. We're making a lot of progress on getting things finished out here, but we're going to build around any of the trees out here, but I want to keep in areas as open as possible. But a lot of subdivisions will ask that you, when you take a tree out, that you plant another one in its place. So you can see where they're going to have to cut the roots off on that tree right there. Hopefully it doesn't damage it, because it's a mahogany, but like I said, they're very, very restrictive on the tree cutting on the mahoganies. I mean, and it's funny, you get the permits from the barangay captain, and then, hey, we'll collect the wood for you, though. You know, after you get it all cut up, they'll be more than happy to take that for you, which is kind of a joke. So picked up the counter space. I had the guys come out and measure counter spaces out here, and so they were out here on Saturday, and we did all the measuring. So trying to get all the dimensions set, and where I wanted the island, and whether the island was going to have a bar step up for it or just flat. So those guys are in place. I understand why my tubs are being exposed. So anyway, and we've got that done. What I wanted to talk to you about was, let me sit down right here. What I wanted to sit down and talk to you folks about was the kind of a mindset. For me, it's I've been here about 1.5 years in the Philippines now, and I'm starting to experience what a lot of other people tell me. You know, oh, you got to do it. It's got to be done the Filipino way. It's that's the way things are, and I kind of refused to accept it at first, but after a while here, you just have to lower your expectations. It's not that they're not going to happen, just that things don't happen as fast as you want them to happen. You know, I mean, I've seen a lot of comments about progress on my build and all that stuff. Well, there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of things that factor into it. It's not like the U.S. that you got a crew there where they knock out a house in 3 months and it's done. House like this, or any build that's got any type of thought put into it, and any type of high quality structural intent to it, it's different. Things just take time, and you got to find you have a lot of delays in your build. I mean, stuff like my neighbors across the street, they had to tear tile up for like 3 different spots. Unless you've got a really dialed in crew, it's not going to happen. I mean, it's not going to happen as fast. And our builders actually let guys go, let 2 or 3 crews go, because 1, the quality of their work, and 2, guys will work all day long and lay down like measured like 14 pieces, on something like that on the 6060s, which was ridiculous. I mean, you'd be here for freaking 2 months just having that tile done. Where used in the States, they blow through a house in 1 day. A crew will go through that and blow it out in 1 day, 2 at the most. So getting back to the mindset, that's just something you have to change. You have to just, there's more time going to be involved here. For moving to a country where there's supposed to be red tape, not the case. I mean, every place you go to, you got to make sure that they have the stock. You got to make sure that they, that when they order the stuff, the stock gets delivered, and then you have extras on top of that, and then you have to go to places to find a sale at. And it's it's no different than the U.S., but the mindset that's involved, with getting the completion of the build done, especially the finished portion of it, that's what takes forever. And if you're having a custom build done, especially like if you're having it spec to the electrical, like done like the U.S. with the 3 wires, I mean, you got to find a electrician that knows what they're doing. So those are all things that take a lot of time, and to get the price, you can have it done. If you've got an unlimited budget, not a problem. But if you're a guy that's on a budget like me and basically living on retirement wages, I mean, you either have to slow down and take your time, or they're going to bankrupt you. So the choice is yours. But I'm learning, I'm adjusting, I'm adapting. Some of the things that people told me when I first got here I didn't believe, but I believe it now. So I've been trying to really work on learning my language skills out here, so I can talk to the locals on their level. It's their country, and I'm a guest here, and I believe that I should learn. So I've been trying to get there, but the Tagalog for me is the struggle. I can speak Spanish, and that should be easy, but this will be my 3rd language. So hopefully, maybe within a year or 2, I'll have that nailed down, and life will continue to get better on that. But folks, that's what I really wanted to share with you, was what's going on with the roof here. My wall's getting done. The AECON guys, like I said, the AECON guys are coming in to do the builds, to do the installment on it, and the rest of the stuff will come in time. Once the roof's on there, then the tile guys will get in, and the job will be going a heck of a lot faster. So looking forward to that. Just want to say thank you again for the support and all the comments. You folks out there, take care and stay safe. I'm glad the vaccine's rolling out to the U.S. and they've actually got that 1-dose vaccine out now, put out by Johnson & Johnson. So from what I'm reading, so like I said, maybe I'm gonna have to go back to the U.S. to get my vaccine. Not sure. Wouldn't mind enjoying a little vacation time, since I heard that the theme parks are going to open up again here in a couple of months. Looking forward to seeing Disneyland again. So take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.